The human brain keeps developing until the age of 40 and uses 20% of the body's blood and oxygen. Many of the greatest mysteries of the universe relate to our minds. It could be thousands of years until we fully understand it. A phantom limb is when people missing a certain limb still feel as if they have it. Between 90 and 98% of amputees are known to experience this. They can even feel pain in their non-existent limb. Phantom limbs were first documented in the 19th century. In the 20th century, one doctor was experimenting with a patient who lost his hand. The doctor held out a paper cup and asked the patient to touch it with his missing hand. He said he could feel the cup. They tried it again. This time the doctor pulled the cup away from his patient, trying to grab it. The patient felt like he did grab the cup, but that the doctor took it back from him. It's unknown why this happens. Only some animals laugh. In humans, laughter is caused by many different sensations. It activates many parts of your body, stimulating specific muscles and changing breathing patterns. We know laughter is mostly a social thing, which is why we laugh more when around others, and mostly just during normal conversation. Laughter can help relieve stress, which may be why we laugh during awkward situations. It's thought this is why we laugh at people who have accidents, to deal with the stress of someone else being hurt. That's just a theory though. It really is a mystery why we laugh. In The Selfish Gene, Richard Dawkins says humans are different from other monkeys due to our ability to see the future. He specifically calls it future simulation. We have the ability to imagine the outcomes of many different choices and then pick the choice with the best outcome. Without this ability, no one would play games like chess. It wouldn't make any sense. It's a complete mystery how we are able to do this. Other animals can do it to some degree, but as far as we know, humans are the only animal who can realistically simulate multiple possibilities. Even if other animals could do so, we may never know it. Everyone has experienced how music can change your mood. Sad music can make you feel depressed, and jolly music can fill you with joy. Heavy metal has been shown to make people feel more angry. Classical music is good for concentration and memory. No one knows how music can change our emotions. One theory is that different musical sounds remind us of certain things, in which case heavy metal may remind us of some kind of danger. This would make sense as our reactions to music seems to be instinctual. Even babies will start dancing when certain type of music are played. The average person spends 36% of their life sleeping. It's a big part of our existence, and it's therefore important that we understand sleep. Still, there is no consensus on why we sleep. It's also unknown why we dream. Sigmund Freud believed that dreams were a type of wish fulfillment system. Another theory is that dreams are a way of solving problems before they arise in real life. This would make sense as the brain makes connections more easily while asleep. Some believe there is no purpose to our dreams, that they are simply a side effect of sleep. The old question remains unanswered. Where is our consciousness? Even with modern technology, it's unknown where in the brain it actually is. Consciousness is identified as the state of being aware of something inside yourself, such as thoughts or feelings, rather than just instinct. But why do we experience consciousness? With developments in artificial intelligence, will we be able to recreate consciousness? What is the relationship between consciousness and physical biology? These are all complete mysteries. Memory is an important mystery. It's unknown how we store and access our memories. Our brains have 85 billion neurons. With this complexity, it's hard to know how memories even form. It doesn't help that there are several different types of memory, with some being easier to access than others. Some people can remember everything they experience, and others can remember almost nothing. The mysteries of human memory are slowly being solved. Scientists have recently discovered how to implant false memories. This has some pretty terrifying implications, but it will lead to a greater understanding of how memories are accessed. It's long been wondered what has more impact over how we live our lives. Is it nature or is it nurture? The view that we are influenced entirely by our environment is known as blank slatism. People of this view believe that to control an environment is to shape the future of those raised there. In recent years, scientists have been adopting the idea that genetics play a major role in decision making. It's likely a mix of both, but the question of what has more influence remains one of the biggest mysteries of the human mind. Our DNA have chemical tags which activate specific genes. With different genes activated, you may feel compulsed to make different decisions. It's hard to know how much influence this has. It's part of an area of research called epigenetics. Perception is how we organize and interpret information in order to understand the world around us. Perception involves signals in the nervous system, which result from stimulation caused by physical or chemical changes. When light hits the eye's retina, it allows us to see. That's an example of perception. There are two main theories on how we perceive, both of which are very dull. But the point is, we don't understand the difference between seeing and perceiving. It's like the relationship between the mind and consciousness. Determinism is the idea that we don't really have free will. It's been a popular theory since 1983, when it was discovered that impulses appear within the brain even before decisions are made. People of this view believe that all events are caused by the outcomes of past events, and as a result of this, we don't really have the freedom to make choices. They believe free will is simply an illusion, that everything we do is predetermined. Many challenge this idea, arguing that we do seem to have free will. It may well be impossible to prove which side is correct, but determinism does seem to have more weight behind it. If determinism is right, it means that those arguing against it have no choice but to do so. That I had no choice but to make this video, and that you had no choice but subscribe.